Good evening. I'm Senator Ray, and this is the Ray of Hope Show. Welcome to the second episode of the Ray of Hope Show. Last week we had our first show, and I want to thank everyone for viewing the Ray of Hope Show, which will focus on a variety of topics. Our first episode was about Nosey's Law, and this is Nosey. Indeed, I presented Nosey's brothers and sisters to members of the legislature who got together to pass a groundbreaking law. New Jersey was the first state in the nation to ban elephants and all wild animals from circuses. And we've seen the terrible cruelty that elephants and other wild animals have to go through in order to perform the tricks for supposedly our entertainment. And for those people who actually can see, and we saw and we will see, that these animals are broken. They're beaten. They're not trained with snacks. They're actually broken until they scream for our entertainment. So it is my pleasure to present and to promote and to sponsor, when I was in the Senate, Nosey's Law. Now, Nosey is the poster child for all elephants in these traveling circuses. Nosey was an old elephant that's been performing in circuses for decades. And she was old, she had arthritis, she was suffering, and yet she was still performing for us. And we had guests who helped save Nosey and who helped us from all animal advocates to get through legislation that, unfortunately, Governor Christie had vetoed when I sponsored it in the last legislative session. But Governor Murphy came to the rescue, and as a result of that, Nosey's Law is now in effect, and there will be one more circus in the state of New Jersey. It will be in May and Newark, and we will be there, and we will notify everyone to demonstrate, and maybe we can convince those circus promoters to stop the cruelty and not even bring elephants and wild animals into New Jersey ever again. Now later on, not later on, our next segment, we're going to be talking about Desmond's Law. But before we do that, I'd like to mention our upcoming segments. We're going to have Tammy Murphy, the First Lady of the state of New Jersey. She will be on talking about her causes, what she has passion about, and will be advocating and is advocating for, not only as First Lady, but has her in her entire life, and that is for the environment, for education, and for women's rights issues. So we're looking forward to that. And then we will have Senate President Steve Sweeney talking about a topic that is also very dear to me, Path for Progress for New Jersey, programs to make New Jersey more affordable. We all know that New Jersey is a very high cost of living state. Housing is very high, has high costs. Our taxes, as we all know, are too high. And the Senate President has put together a task force, of which I'm on, to deal with reducing the cost of government and thereby lessening the tax burden on our residents. But right now, we will hear from Emily Bank. Emily Bank is a student representative. Actually, she's head of the Animal Legal Defense Fund, Rutgers University Law School chapter, talking about Desmond's Law. Now, Desmond was an animal, unfortunately, was brutally murdered by his owner in Connecticut. And the owner got off light with a slap on the wrist. What Desmond's Law does is it allows law school interns to appear in court to be advocates for the animal. Right now, the animal has no voice. there's no one speaking on behalf of the cruelty that, that may have caused an animal's death or suffering. So I'm very excited to talk about that. And then we're going to have a real treat for you. Charolette Gala, the cat lady. Charolette has a heart of gold. She brings all the enthusiasm that one can possibly imagine for particularly cats, but for all animals, and actually for everyone on the face of the earth. She has a heart of gold, and it's just so much fun working with her. She will volunteer her time, her efforts. She spends her entire day advocating for and protecting animals, dogs, cats, and whatever. So I'm really looking forward to having, and you're going to have a real treat when the cat lady comes on our stage. So please check us out. We're not just about animals, but animals are important on this face of the earth. But we'll be talking about a lot of issues that I believe you will find important for not only yourselves, your neighbors, but for the entire state of New Jersey and indeed the country. Stay tuned.
Rama Jewelers, located in the Lyndhurst Shopping Center at 413 Valley Brook Avenue, Lyndhurst. Come for all your jeweler needs at Rama Jewelers, where you will find a fine selection of necklaces, earrings, rings, and bracelets. Choose from one of our complete sets, our many signature items, or find the perfect engagement ring. Come on down. That's Rama Jewelers at 413 Valley Brook Ave, Lyndhurst. Call 201-939-5784 or visit us online today.
Pen & Pencil Properties, Jersey City. Shaping the workplace with state-of-the-art office spaces that address your company desires. Building residences that define your home environment, adjacent to all modes of transportation with on-site parking available. The right address, the right lease. Call 201-521-9000 or visit online at penandpencilproperties.com. Pen & Pencil Properties, building Jersey City for everyone. Good Friend Self-Storage in North Bergen, New Jersey is a fully climate-controlled facility equipped with state-of-the-art security, packing supplies, a Refer a Friend program, and multiple loading docks convenient for commercial use. Located just off of Route 3 at 4301 Tunnelly Avenue, Route 1 and 9. Call 201-867-2444 or visit us on the web today. Good Friend Self-Storage. Let us be your good friend.
The Jersey City Medical Center. You know it for its award-winning, life-saving ambulance service. It's also your health hub, with health and wellness locations staffed with certified professionals all through Hudson County. The Jersey City Medical Center, here to help you with your healthy, here when you need us the most. The Jersey City Medical Center. Visit us on the net to learn more. Jersey City Medical Center, Robert Wood Johnson, Barnabas Health Facility. Let's be healthy together.
Welcome back to the Ray of Hope Show. And now we're going to hear from Emily Bank. Emily is a Rutgers law student, and she's the head of the Rutgers chapter of the Animal Legal Defense Fund. Welcome, Emily.
Thank you, Senator Lesniak.
So tell us about your role on the Animal Legal Defense Fund and what brought you to take on this responsibility.
The story, it could be a long story or a short story, but I'll keep it
in between. Make it in between.
A TV story, but
sure.
I went to law school hoping to do something in animal law and animal rights.
And how did that start?
I was working for a nonprofit organization in California doing social media and marketing for animal rights. And I'm sure as an advocate yourself you felt this, but something happens that you're kind of sick of being behind the screen and just seeing and liking stuff on Facebook, and I was like, I have to go out there and do something. And I've always been interested in law, so it felt like that was the right way to go. And I always felt like the laws surrounding animals didn't mirror the way that people felt about animals. So that's kind of what led me back home to New Jersey and then to Rutgers. And yeah, about a year and a half in, I realized I wasn't doing as much as I had hoped with animal law, so I knocked on Professor Gary Francione's door, and you could tell because he had all the Go Vegan stickers on it. And I knocked on his door, and we sat and talked for about an hour and a half. And then he introduced me to another student who was interested in animal law. And her and I both started the Animal Legal Defense Fund at Rutgers.
Oh, okay, so you started this
Yes,
chapter right
yes,
here.
yes.
All right, but then you found me somehow. Tell me about that.
I had been following you on Facebook, and I've seen all your activism. And then you were on my to contact list. I always have a to-do list and then people to contact list, and you were on there for a while. So then when I went to Chicago for the Animal Legal Defense Fund annual conference, I had heard about Desmond's Law from Jessica Rubin, who's a professor at UConn.
Okay, let's get to the chase now.
Yes.
Let's talk about Desmond's Law. What is Desmond's Law?
So Desmond's Law is a law that will allow volunteer lawyers and law students to advocate on behalf of animals in court, in settlements, and any issues surrounding animal cruelty cases.
Tell us about Desmond.
Right. So Desmond was a dog that was adopted by a young couple, and they ended up having a baby. And somewhere in this time, the husband became abusive, and the wife.
Well,
yes.
we have found out.
Yeah.
And Pope Francis has referred to this, Mahatma Gandhi. If you're abusive to an animal, a dog,
Right.
you're going to be abusive to other people and your spouse.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I'm not sure which came first in their relationship, but she got a restraining order and left with the baby. And this happens so frequently in domestic violence cases. People don't know what to do with their dogs. They take them, they leave them, or she brought him to animal control. He ended up going back to a shelter where he was adopted by the abuser, her ex-spouse. And when Desmond was in his custody, he just, for about a year and a half, tortured him, locked him in a bathroom. It's a horrible case of abuse, and ended up strangling him, which is what he did, like you said, to the wife. This is what he did, and that's why she left.
And then what? He did go to court.
He went to court.
But did not have an advocate for the animal there, did he?
Exactly, and because
or
of that.
Did society.
Right, and because of that, I think he went through some accelerated program and kind of.
Slap on the wrist.
Yep, and it happens too much, and you see it, and we all
So
see it.
what I like about this is not only does this program, and we have legislation pending.
Right.
Both chairs of the Assembly and Senate Judiciary Committees, which will hear the New Jersey's Desmond's Law.
Yes.
Desmond's Law was implemented in Connecticut.
Right.
Any other states?
Just Connecticut.
We'll be number 2.
We'll be number 2.
Well, that's okay.
Yes,
All right,
it'd be great, right?
We'll take that.
Right.
So it'll be heard soon. And what it will do is have an advocate in court
Right.
for the animal.
Exactly.
Exactly. And what I also like about it as a lawyer myself is it's also going to give law students an opportunity
Right.
to implement what they are taught in law.
I think that's amazing. It's gonna, yeah.
So, and also what we do know and what we have found out, we have found out that the prosecution enforcement of animal cruelty laws is hit or miss.
Right.
It's not high on a lot of the agendas.
Right.
And yet it's very important. There have been so many cases right here in the state of New Jersey, and it's not only just individual abuse, but it's also shelters.
Right.
Oftentimes run by government.
Right.
And therefore we can have this whole army of students
Yeah.
who want to do the right thing on behalf of animals, and it won't take up public resources either.
Exactly.
So it's a perfect situation.
And I think also the benefit to students is that they'll be able to practice being prosecutors.
Exactly, yes.
The skill's the same whether the victim is an animal or a human. And as a student myself, I'm involved in a clinic, and I think the experience that you get in a law clinic or doing anything hands-on is incomparable to even though the books are great, the textbooks are great, but the hands-on stuff is what really makes the difference.
So are there any other, does Seton Hall Law School, by the way, have a chapter?
They had a chapter, but it's not active. I contacted them, but I'm sure I know Rutgers is what's so special about Rutgers, and why I wanted to go there is because they used to call them the People's Electric Law School. Kind of everyone is really into social justice, and animal justice falls right into that, where
Sure,
you can't have one without the other, and And I think people are seeing that, and it's going to be a great way to merge everything together.
Well, you know, I'm a Rutgers graduate.
Right.
Not law school,
yes.
but undergraduate. Many, many decades ago.
Right.
So what else do you envision yourself doing beyond Desmond's Law, which is enough? That's a big apple to chew on for sure, and we want to make sure we get that done.
Right.
But any other thoughts on the horizon in terms of animal protection that you would be interested in?
I love what California just did with banning basically all dogs that are sold in pet stores.
We're going to do that.
I'm on board.
I didn't set that up. Did we?
Oh, really?
No. I passed that law when I was in the Senate last session.
Oh, wow.
Governor Christie vetoed it.
Right, right.
So we're going, actually, the Lesniak Institute for American Leadership is going to be promoting a petition.
That's amazing.
To get it going again, because there are so many dogs and cats, thousands, who are euthanized and who suffer because of overbreeding,
right.
because there are they're called puppy mills. They should be called puppy and cat mills.
Right.
But they're puppy mills, but both dogs and cats are overbred in horrible conditions, and rescues go without a home.
Right.
Do you have a dog or a
Yeah,
cat
I do.
yourself?
I have Max. He's 10 or 11-year-old rescue Yorkie.
And you adopt, you didn't shop?
Yes, we adopt, and I'm a big advocate for that as well. And
Fantastic.
I think that it all kind of will set each other up, because the puppy mills are abusive as well, and the dogs that come, the puppies that come from there, and then they're the bigger dogs, the mothers who are there their whole lives and don't even know how to be dogs when they come out. But
so you keep up the good work.
Thank you, Senator Lesniak.
And I know you will.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to hear in our next segment from the cat lady. Charolette Gala has devoted basically all of her time to saving dogs and cats and any animals from the cruelty that we see here on Earth. So Charolette was going to join us. Would you like to stay for the next segment as well?
Sure, I'd love to. Thank you.
Fantastic. So stay tuned for the next segment of the Ray of Hope Show.
Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design, studio, and launch inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net. It takes more than a state-of-the-art medical facility to make a great hospital. It takes a team of dedicated medical professionals. That's the Jersey City Medical Center, Hudson County's #1 hospital. Medical teams consisting of New Jersey's top doctors, Magnet Award-winning nurses, and accomplished hospital associates, all committed to your good health. That's what you have at the Jersey City Medical Center. Make Hudson County's #1 hospital your first choice. Visit us on the web at barnabashealth.org.
Newport, the luxury waterfront community on the Hudson River, offers a quality of life you deserve in 10 high-rise rental towers with amenities such as the on-site Newport Path subway, light rail and ferry service, Newport Town Square, 3 playgrounds, dog run, upscale restaurants, retail giants like Sears, JCPenney, Macy's, and Target. Morton Williams Supermarket is just outside your front door. A health and fitness club, spa, skating rink, and medical facilities are also on site. NewportNJ.com. Enjoy the New York skyline from Newport Town Square. Manhattan is just one path stop away or quick ride through the Holland Tunnel. Nursery and private elementary schools all on site. 12-screen movie theater at the Newport Center Mall. Want to visit Newport? Stay at the Westin or Marriott Hotel. Go to NewportNJ.com for details. Newport has luxurious towers, great restaurants, shopping, New York skyline views, schools, playgrounds, a marina and yacht club, gym, spa, fine wine, fine living. It's incredible. It's you. NewportNJ.com. Newport. Live like you want.
The Jersey City Medical Center. You know it for its award-winning life-saving ambulance service. It's also your health hub, with health and wellness locations staffed with certified professionals all through Hudson County. The Jersey City Medical Center, here to help you with your healthy, here when you need us the most. The Jersey City Medical Center. Visit us on the net to learn more. Jersey City Medical Center, Robert Wood Johnson, Barnabas Health Facility. Let's be healthy together.
So welcome back to the Ray of Hope show. We have a treat for you. For the first time on stage, screen, and TV, we have the cat lady. Charolette, welcome.
Well, thank you, Senator
So
Rice.
tell us about who you are and what you're about. And by the way, you know the show Curb Your Enthusiasm, right? Well, I may have to curb your enthusiasm, but that's not going to happen, is it?
No.
All right, so why are you my guest today?
The reason I'm your guest because you know that I care about the community cats. We have a problem in the state of New Jersey. Everywhere you go, there is a community cat. Neighborhood cats that are in everybody's neighborhood that no one has been addressing. For years and years, they've trapped, neutered, vaccinated, and that was it. They didn't go any further to focus on what we can do to get the solution to save money and also to solve the problem that is in the state of New Jersey. People look the other way. They figure, oh, it's just a cat. Or I'll throw the cat out and it'll survive. Dogs can't survive, but cats can. They'll get a rat, they'll get a bird. Did you ever look at a sparrow? Look at it, it's like an appetizer. But at the same token, we are not really, the state of New Jersey has had so many problems of not updating the laws of what the community cats should be having in their various cities, towns, townships. I don't care if you like cats. I don't care if you love cats. It's not what you love, it's what's right. The quality of life of issues for the cat and also for the residents of wherever you live. People don't realize that one cat, Ray, gets in 4 years 20,000 cats.
Excuse me?
Do you have enough homes?
Wait. What are you saying?
One cat
Yes.
in 4 years
Yes.
can have 20,000
So
cats.
what do you propose that we should be doing about it?
Well, first of all, we got to get mental law. Many educated people, no one turned away. And mental law would do that everybody's on the same page. I go to Seaside Heights. Those officials do not like them. So they make up their own ordinance. And they're going to say, no feeding the cats. We don't. When you trap the cats, get rid of them. We don't want them around. You know, you vaccinated them. Hey, vanish them. We don't need them.
Tell the audience
Okay.
here, what should we be doing about it?
We should be making everybody on the same page. Start getting the feeders right. How can you not feed a cat after you trap it?
So there are some ordinances where people are actually prosecuted for feeding cats.
Oh, definitely. Not only are they prosecuted, they're banned, that they have to wear a little mask and hope that they can feed the cat and not get caught. And then they're fined. And if they keep getting fined, then they got to go to court and pay the court fee and
Well,
try
that's
not
where
to find
Emily
Emily.
comes into play.
Well, we didn't know Emily then, but at the same
Well,
token,
you know her
that'd
now.
be great. Yes,
So
we
Emily,
now.
does the Legal Defense Fund have any position on cats and feeding cats and trap, neuter, and release programs?
I'm not sure about their position on that, but from my past is.
What's your position on it?
My
because
position-
I know that
This-
if it's your position, it will be their position.
This is a little eye-opening to me too, because I've always been taught TNR is the best trap, neuter, release is what you're supposed to do.
It's been doing for how many years, and where do we go, Ray?
And there are,
where do we
by
go?
the way, there are so many good volunteer organizations.
Trappers, various organizations
I
going broke.
I called up in Hillside. What's the name of the group?
People for Animals.
People for Animals,
Right.
because I had cat. Oh, my neighbor was feeding the feral cats, and they kept on coming into
community
my
cats,
neighborhood.
not feral.
Oh, really? That's a bad
That's
name.
a
feral?
new name, community
Okay.
cats,
All
because
right.
they
It's
are
good
in
to
your
know.
community.
It's good to know.
And we
You're
have
right.
to have unity in our community.
So I called up the organization in Hillside.
yeah, People for Animals.
People for Animals.
Jane.
And there are two ladies. They sat in my backyard with the traps, and they just sat there until they got them. It was so wonderful. And they were trapped, they were neutered, came back, and released. And then we did it for my entire neighborhood. All right, and now we don't have 40,000 cats.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And they survived, and there was somebody that took care of them, and that's what we need to do. And this mental law would do this because then we would be able to have some, as you say, feed or meat that the people can't say, oh no, I don't want this. You should see how many people, when I say 20,000 cats, their eyes open up.
You said 40,000.
No, 20,000.
20,000. 20,000 is a big number.
Yeah,
anyway.
that is a big number,
Yes.
especially in 4 years.
Yes.
But at the same token, when they hear that, they say, I wasn't aware of this. I didn't realize that. They don't realize that a kitten in 4 months can have babies, you know, kittens. And then
Really?
kittens can have kittens.
Did you know that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes. And then when you start having it, you're going to be,
So-
where did all these cats come from?
Neutering is a big, big
Oh,
need.
it's important, but at the same token, managing. You don't want a sick cat or a starving cat. Do you want to see a starving cat after you finish? You pay $55 per cat because that's how much it is at People for Animals at the clinic. You go to the
But they take donations.
I know,
They
but
do
you-
it for free, but you have to give.
But
and
you
should
get
give
that through
donations.
grants. There's a lot of other issues, Ray. I just want to centralize on this mental law because once we get some kind of grip, then you can start moving on to vet bills and all this other stuff. Because I'm going to tell you, you say how great they are, we're going broke. Cat food costs a lot. Also,
Are you talking about people who have
are taking care of them, manage
taking
them?
care of community cats?
That's right, that have been trapped, neutered, and we have to, all the rescue groups go broke because they have to pay for this, plus the vet. You walk into a vet, you know what you paid for Sammy? Do you remember when Sammy had to have it? You almost had to take a mortgage. Believe me. But you loved her, and you didn't mind doing it.
I still love her.
I do too.
And don't forget
And do you want to
Penny.
know something? He hasn't been posting paper since they've been in the bed. He hasn't been showing any pictures. I keep saying, "Where's my Sammy? Where's my Penny?"
They're getting too famous.
I know they are getting too famous. He doesn't want them to be that well known. But getting back to the issue,
Yes.
if we could get that, then we can start moving on to other problems that are archaic.
So I know a good resource for you to advocate for your cause, sitting right
Yes.
next to you.
We'll
Yes.
get together.
Yes.
We'll be
For
known as
sure.
the dynamic duo.
right.
It doesn't bother
Have to
me.
get ears.
That's right. She'll have her get her dog ears. I'll get my cat ears. And we always have our master here, Senator Ray Lesniak.
Our
Before I
Jedi
end it-
master.
Yeah, well, no, you. I really mean this from my heart. No matter how much he loves cats, this man, you know, is our ray of hope and our light, our future. People really rely on him because we need more like him. He's an angel because he cares for not only for people, rather animals, he cares for people. He cares for anything that has to, what he did with the prisoners, what he does with the addiction people that he wants to make change lives. He makes a difference each day, and I'm grateful that he's here, and so do the animals, because the cats on my neighborhood, because I'm from the hood, and with
I'm
the
from the hood, too.
all right, he's from the hood, they call him the king cat, the cool cat, the top cat, because he's giving them a voice.
Well,
It's so
thank you.
important to give a voice. You are always giving a voice to the voiceless. Plus, you do give hope to people.
Thank you. Thank you, Charlotte. And you keep up the good work. Emily, you keep up the
Thank
good
you,
work as
Kelly.
well. And stay tuned to the Ray of Hope show. Our future guest will be First Lady Tammy Murphy. We're also having Senate President Steve Sweeney. And we'll talk about issues that matter to the people of the state of New Jersey. Stay tuned.